See this guy? His name is Ernest, or that's what everyone thinks, because actually, he is named Jack. Wait, his name is Ernest after all? Why is this play so confusing? Anyway, Jack or Ernest or however you want to call him is currently in town to visit his friend Algernon, who is also named Ernest. No, wait, not quite yet. Right now, he is just escaping all social contacts with his relatives by pretending to have a nearly dead friend named Bunbury, who doesn't really exist at all. He calls this lifestyle of basically cheating his way through life Bunburyism. Jack is also doing that by pretending to have a brother named Ernest, who he poses as whenever he is in town. So, Ernest once arrives at Algernon's house and Algernon is like,
My dear fellow, what brings you to my humble home on this finest of days?
Jack replies,
I'm just here to propose to your cousin. Lost my cigarette case, too.
Ah yes, I wonder what handsome young gentleman could?
You have it, don't you?
Well, my answer may surprise.
Give it here.
I'm pretty much broke though.
You're not getting any money, Algie.
Fine, then who is that little Cecily woman?
My aunt.
I do not believe you.
Fine, my ward.
Is she hot?
Algie, what the fuck?
Mrs. Gwendolyn Fairfax and Lady Bracknell.
So, the woman of Jack's mostly wet dreams has arrived, as well. No, not that old hag. Yeah, that's her. So while Algernon distracts her mother, Jack is like, Ernest is gonna get himself a wife, and by Ernest, I mean me, so he proposes to Gwendolyn.
Sure, I don't see why not.
Sweet, and if, my name wasn't Ernest?
Then the answer would be no.
Good thing I'm Ernest then, haha, see ya.
And while he is being drilled with questions by her mother, Algernon thinks to himself, Ernest is gonna get himself a wife. And by Ernest, I mean me.
You must focus on your studies, Cecily.
Why don't you have a long walk in the park with Dr. Chasuble instead?
Sure, I don't see why not.
And away she goes. Then there comes Algernon.
Hi, I am Ernest.
My wicked cousin.
Yes, just don't ask any questions. Like, at all.
Then Jack, Prism and Chasuble show up and Jack says,
Oh no, my brother tragically died, guess I'll have to take his name now.
Then out comes Algernon.
Algie, what the fuck?
But then some solicitors want to take Ernest to jail, but Jack pays the debts, which are totally not his to begin with. Then Jack tells Algernon,
Never speak to Cecily again, also get lost.
But he is like,
Not till I've had my dinner.
And leaves. Then he immediately and secretly speaks to Cecily again and proposes to her, and she is like,
But we are already engaged. I did it without your consent or ever having met you because I knew that you would love me for all of eternity. Then I bought a ring, broke up with you, we got back together and I mean you, wrote so many romantic letters. I love you, Ernest.
Okay, and if my name wasn't Ernest?
Then the answer would be no.
Good thing I'm Ernest then, ha ha, see ya.
Unknown to both of them, Doom approaches.
Mrs. Gwendolyn Fairfax.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Where is my darling Ernest?
Your darling.
Yes, may I have some tea without sugar and some bread and butter?
Why don't you just take some sugar and cake instead?
How rude. Oh look, there's my future husband Ernest.
But that's my uncle, Jack.
Oh.
Oh look, there's my future husband Ernest.
But that's my cousin Algernon.
Oh.
The answer is no.
The answer is no.
And so they leave.
Future husband? Algie, what the fuck?
They reconcile though.
I'm gonna be Ernest soon anyway.
No, I'm gonna be Ernest.
No, I am gonna be Ernest.
Now listen here.
Then, enter Lady Bracknell.
I told you to stay away from her as long as you don't have a heritage.
And I told you that I don't know how to get a heritage.
I don't see how that's my prob. Wait, is that Mrs. Prism?
No.
Of course you are. What did you do to that baby?
I may have mistaken it for a book and dropped it off at a train station. After that I just ran.
How do you even miss?
Turns out that baby was Jack, making him Algernon's elder brother. And his name was Ernest John.
So I never told a lie in all my life, huh?
But doesn't that make Gwendolyn your cousin?
I'll let that one slide.
Then I'm gonna take Cecily.
Algie, what the fuck?